Viewers, welcome to my video lesson. Myself Govardhanankam, working as Assistant Professor of Commerce, SKNR Government Arts and Science College, Chaichal. Today, I am going to present a topic from Corporate Accounting for BCom second year 4th semester students. This is the topic of from Corporate Accounting, that is life insurance accounts. Actually today it is a continuation of part 1. This is the part 2 lesson. In part 2 lesson we are going to learn how to prepare final accounts of a life insurance company. Today let us try to know the process of preparing a revenue account. Here, in the part of preparation of final accounts of a life insurance company, you are required to prepare a revenue account and a balance sheet in the pro formas described by the IRDA. Now, let us try to know the procedures of preparation of revenue account. Revenue account, it confined to 4 schedules. Let us see the pro forma of revenue account. Close.
Hi viewers, welcome to my video lesson. Myself, I am Govardhanankam, working as Assistant Professor of Commerce, SKNR Government Arts and Science College, Jaichal, Telangana. Today in this video lesson we are going to discuss life insurance accounts part 2. Life insurance accounts, this video lesson is part 2. It's for BCom second year 4th semester students from corporate accounting. The first part of life insurance account in the video, first part of this topic, we already discussed what is life insurance, who is insured, and who is insurer, and what is policy amount, and what are the important terminology regarding to this chapter, and how to proceed, how to move into accounting procedures for the preparation of final accounts of life insurance accounts. Now, the part of this video lesson concentrates how to prepare revenue account of a life insurance company. In this video lesson we are going to discuss the pro forma of revenue account and the schedules it covers, and we also solve a problem given in the book. Now, life insurance companies, in the part of final accounts, the students may required to prepare a revenue account and balance sheet. According to the IRDA means Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, they given new pro formas for preparation of final accounts of life insurance companies. According to the forms provided by the IRA, the forms Form A revenue account and Form A balance sheet. So here revenue account and balance sheet, the financial transactions of a life insurance company are recorded under or prepared under 14 schedules. Here the transactions of a life insurance company has been prepared under schedules. The total schedules of this life insurance accounts transactions are 14. Here schedule 1 to 4 are concerned with the revenue account. Schedule 1 to 4 concerned with the preparation of revenue account, and remaining schedule 5 to 14 are concerned with the preparation of balance sheet of a life insurance company. Now let us see the pro forma of revenue account of a life insurance company. Here in this slide, this is the pro forma I presented here. The pro forma is it is Form A. Form A, or A means revenue account. Form A or A means revenue account, and the title of the Form A that would be like revenue account for the year ended 31st March so and so year. So and so year, it's a policy holders accounts, or the revenue account also treated as a technical account. The pro forma of revenue account contains particulars, schedules column. Here is a particular column and schedules column, and current year amounts recorded here. Here the amount columns are two is given. One is for current year amounts and second one is previous year's amount. But here we are not going to record the previous year amounts. We just confined to recording the current year's amounts only. Okay, look into the pro forma of revenue account, that is Form A. So Form A, it includes schedule number 1, schedule number 2 and schedule number 3 and 4. These schedules are detailed in discussion after the discussion about the pro forma of revenue account. Now let us see the revenue account. It begins with the schedule number 1, that is premium earned. Schedule number 1, that is premium earned. The net amount has been recorded here. The detailed discussion about the schedule number 1, let us discuss after completion of this discussion. So it begins with the premium earned net, that is schedule 1. Then it follows income from investments. Income from investments. Actually, income from investment doesn't show under any schedule, but it is recorded in the revenue account after recording the premium earned, that is schedule number 1. Income from investment includes interest, dividends, rent. These are gross items will be taken into consideration. Income from investments includes interest, dividends, rent, and it also included profit on sale of investments. Profit on sale of investments or profit on redemption of investment. If the insurance company sells the investments, if any profit, yes, it is the income of a insurance company. The premium is income. Premium means premium, it is paid or payable by the policyholders to the insurance company. So premium itself an income, and income from investment includes interest, dividends, rents, it's also income, and profit on sales or redemption of investments, it is an income. It is an income. And if suppose is there any loss regarding to the investments, if supposed there is a loss of selling of investments, then it is adjusted here only. So you deduct from income from other investments, you adjust the, if there is any loss sale of investments. So here after deducting the loss, the net amount is recorded in the amounts column. Then after recording income from investments, then other incomes are recorded. Other incomes are recorded. So other incomes to be specified. Other incomes includes consideration for annuities granted, and profit on realization of assets, fines and fee. Any fine imposed by the insurance company on policyholders, any fees collected from the policyholders by the insurance company, these are included under other incomes head. Then the aggregate value is recorded here. Now let us see premium, that is schedule number 1, and income from investments and other incomes. So aggregating these three items, aggregating premium earned, that is schedule number 1, and income from investment and other incomes, the aggregate value, this is, you record this aggregate value of these three items, it is treated as total of A. I once again repeat. The total of A means this is the part A. Let us assume it is a part A. It is a part A. In other terms, revenue account contains part A, B and C. So part A, this is the part A. Part A includes premium earned, income from investments and other incomes. So aggregating these three, it is treated as total of A. Total of A means this is the income. This is the income of a life insurance company for given accounting period. Then next let us move to record the expenditures. Here, yes, this is commission paid. Commission is an expense. Commission paid by the insurance company. It is recorded, it is prepared as schedule number 2. Schedule number 2 means commission. Yes, you record this schedule number 2 amount here, and schedule number 3, that is operating expenses. Schedule number 2 commission you record, and schedule number 3 operating expenses also you record. And then follows provision for bad and doubtful debts, also recorded here in this part B, under the part B. So under the part B, provision for bad debts and doubtful debts are recorded, and provision for tax also written here, and any other provisions specified, any other provisions other than the provision for tax also included here. So schedule number 2, 3 and these are the aggregate value of schedule number 2, 3 and provisions. It is called total of B. It is treated as total of B. So total of B includes, total of B is nothing but an expenditure. Expenditure incurred by the insurance company. So total of B includes commission, schedule number 2, and operating expenses, schedule number 3, and other provisions. You sum up here only, then this is the total of B. Okay. Now let us move to part C. Part C, it included schedule number 4 only. In part C, benefits paid, that is schedule number 4, it is recorded. Benefits paid, schedule number 4, and interim bonus paid. If any interim bonus paid by the insurance company also, you record under part C. So part C, the total of part C, it is the payments made by the insurance company to its policy holders. So here let us once again the total of A means this is the income. The total of A indicates it's an income of insurance company, and total of B, it's an expenditure of insurance company, and total of C, it is the payments made by the to be made by the insurance company. Now you are certain whether the surplus or deficit for the given accounting year. Here it is simple to calculate the surplus, either surplus or deficit. You deduct by like this. You deduct B from A and again you deduct C from the amount which is we get is deducted from A from B. So A minus B minus C, that is treated as D. A incomes minus B expenditures minus C payments. That outcome is treated as, the result is treated as D. The D, it may be positive in nature, then it is treated as surplus, or if it is in negative, in minus values, then it is treated as deficit. Then you record this D amount is here. So then let us make certain appropriations for the current year from the surplus available with the insurance company. See, so here what kind of appropriations are we are going to make? Yes, according to the information provided in the problem, you have to make certain appropriations. The first appropriation against transfer to shareholders account. Transfer to shareholders account, and again transfer to other reserves. And if anything after making the appropriation against shareholders account and other reserves, if anything balance in the revenue account, then the balance being funds for future utilization. So the remaining amount kept as a fund, kept as a life insurance fund for meet the future obligation. So this is the pro forma. It is simple, and the preparation of revenue account and balance sheet of life insurance companies very simple, because the problems are based on format basis, format based problems. So as you are in thorough with the pro forma, you simply able to get the solution of a given problem. So this is the revenue account. Revenue account, it includes schedule number 1, premium earned and income from investments and other incomes. These are the part A, total income, and schedule number 2, commission and operating expenses, schedule number 3, and provision for bad debts, provision for tax and other provisions. These are the schedule part B. And part C, that is schedule number 4, benefits paid and interim bonus paid. By deducting A minus B minus C, that is D. D is nothing but, if it is positive, surplus; if it is negative, that is deficit. If there is a surplus, then you have to move to make appropriation against transfer of shareholders account and other reserves. If anything is balanced with the revenue account, it is carried. It is being used for fund for future use. Now let us look into the schedule 1, 2, 3 and 4. These schedules are part of revenue account. Now let us go through into the schedule wise. First, schedule number 1, that is schedule number 1, premium earned. Schedule number 1, premium earned. The schedule number 1 includes, yes, premium means premium, it's an income received by the insurance company from its policy holders. The premium may be first premium. If the policyholders by signing a policy, the first payment of premium is treated as first premium, that is first year premium, or first term premium, that is first premium. And premium includes renewal premium also. So after on renewal, any payment made as premium, it is called as renewal premium. And then single premium. Single premium means some kind of policies issued by the insurance company offer the policyholders pays the total premium at once. So the premium collected in the form of a single mode, then it is called as single premium. So premium means premium, either it may be first premium, renewal premium and single premium. All are incomes. Then you make an adjustment as per the information given in the problem. So if the outstanding premium is given, outstanding premium at the end of the year, outstanding premium at the end of the year is given in the problem, then it should be added to the schedule number 1. outstanding when at the end of the year. End of the year means outstanding premium at the end of the year means the premium is receivable for this current year. So it's an income. So it should be added to the premium, schedule number 1. Then, yes, you deduct if outstanding premium in the beginning of the year. So the outstanding balance in the opening of the year, then it is not concerned with the current year. So that's why the outstanding premium at the beginning of the year, it is deducted. So after making these 3, 2, now you get the net premium. Net premium. This is recorded in revenue account under schedule number 1, premium earned. This is the schedule number 1. And the second schedule is commission expenses. Schedule number 2, that is commission expenses. So schedule number 2 includes commission paid by the insurance company. So usually the commission is paid by the insurance company to its agents for making the insurance business. So to promote the insurance business, insurance company appoints number of agents. So the agents they get their remuneration as commission from the insurance company. So the commission paid or payable to its agents is an expenditure to the insurance company. So the commission paid, yes, it is an expenditure. The commission may be direct. The commission may be yes, suppose for for submitting first year premium, yes, you have to pay the commission as first year commission. On renewal commission. On single premium policies, single commission is to be. Commission may be first year policies and renewal premium on single premium also. Now here we are going to make 2 adjustments according to the information. If commission on reinsurance accepted is given in the problem, commission on reinsurance accepted, if it is given in the problem, is you add the amount to the schedule number 2. So commission on reinsurance accepted means it's an expenditure. So it is an expenditure, so it is added. And commission on reinsurance ceded, so it is the revenue or it's an income, so it is deducted from schedule number 2. Then the aggregate value of these items is treated as net commission expenditure. It is transferred to revenue account under schedule number 2 in part B. Then let us see schedule number 3, operating expenses. Yes, schedule number 3 includes operating expenses relating to insurance business. So there may be various different kind of operating expenses has been paid by the insurance company for the accounting year, entire accounting year. So let us see what items are recorded under this schedule number 3, operating expenses. Here employees remuneration, employees of the insurance company, employees remuneration and welfare benefits paid, travel expenditures, conveyance expenditures and vehicle expenses also treated as operating expenses, rents, rates, taxes and repairs paid by the insurance company. These are also included under schedule number 3. And printing, stationery and communication expenditures like telephone, telegram, mobile bills. These are all communication expenditures also recorded under schedule number 3. And legal charges and professional charges and medical fee. So sometimes insurance company has to meet legal charges for making claims to the insurance making claims on insurance policies. So the legal expenditures all treated as operating expenditures, medical fees, and auditor fee and expenditures, and advertisement and publicity expenditures, and interest and bank charges paid by the insurance company, and other expenses to be specified, and depreciation also included under operating expenses, schedule number 3. So these are the items are covered in schedule number 3 as operating expenses related to the insurance business. Now let us see schedule number 4. Schedule number 4, that is benefits paid. It should be, the amount should be net recorded. So benefits paid by the insurance company to its policy holders. So the schedule number 4 includes insurance claims. So benefit paid includes insurance claims. Yes, the claim, it's a compensation paid by the insurance company to its policy holders according to the condition in the insurance policy. Usually in life insurance, if it is an endowment policy, the policyholder may get sum of assured, that the sum of assured is get after expire of the policy period. If the risk is taken place, risk means either the death of the policyholder, then the claim will be paid by the insurance company. So here claims may be paid by the insurance company against death of the policyholders. On maturity, it can pay an amount as claim, and annuities also pays as a claim. And also here the schedule 4 includes insurance claims and other benefits paid by the insurance company. So other benefits, that is surrenders. Surrenders means if any policyholder is not unable to continue his policy, then he has a right to surrender his policy. Then the insurance company repays its amount as against surrender of policies. So surrenders, bonus in cash. Actually, bonus in cash, now the insurance companies doesn't pay bonus in cash, or they are not allowed to use the bonus as reducing the premium. So if these items is given, then you take into consideration as like this. So other benefits, surrenders, bonus in cash, and bonus in redemption of premium. Now here we require to make two adjustments here. That is the amount ceded in reinsurance. The amount ceded reinsurance means, if suppose we are original insurance company and we reinsured the same policy to some XYZ Limited insurance company. If on maturity or death, we can get the claim from reinsurance company. So it is deducted from the insurance claims. It is deducted from the amount ceded in reinsurance is deducted from schedule number 4 insurance claims. And again here amount accepted in reinsurance. Yes, this amount the insurance company has to pay as claim to another insurance company. So this is the amount accepted in reinsurance. It is the obligation it is added to the schedule number 4 in benefits paid. Here we must note one thing. here the term claims includes claim settlements, claim settlement cost, legal and other fee and expenses. They are also part of the claims. So claim means it includes settlement cost and legal expenses also. Okay students, in this part 2 video lesson of life insurance companies, we have discussed regarding to the preparation of revenue account, and we discussed schedule number 1, schedule number 2 and schedule number 3 and 4 of revenue accounts, revenue account. So with the help of these information, I advise the students according to the problem given, if you are going to prepare a revenue account, you first prepare schedules. You first prepare the schedules separately, schedule number 1, 2 and 3, 4. Then after preparing schedules, you start preparing revenue account, and you may conclude with the surplus of or deficit of insurance company for the given accounting year. Thank you.